Anybody else?
Yeah, my comment is worth any. Last 4 years, he spent a lot of time in court under his lies and things like that. And, I just want to tell him personally, he can kiss my butt. I'm sick and tired of Mr. Porpenny, I'm glad to see him go.
Let's see. Right, it's first.
I got the perfect record. If you ever do nothing, you do nothing.
Is Mr. Duval complete on his public comments?
No.
You ain't nothing from me, buddy.
Well, I'm just asking you. All right, Mr. Duval, are you complete with your public
Yeah.
comments?
I just wanted to know, about the capacity of the buildings. You know, I've kind of been asking that almost every meeting. Are we gonna get the safety committee to tell us what's the capacity of the buildings?
Okay, yeah.
Because neither one of them, you know, they're supposed to have these maximum capacity signs. And neither one of them do.
About square footage, you know, for X, like that.
You know, you're just.
Right, right.
Way too many.
Yeah.
Because it's on concrete, it won't come.
Fire safety, they have to have a maximum.
So we need to find.
Yeah, that's why I said the same. Because if you have too
Barb.
many people, you're going
Ben's gonna talk to the fire department. Ben is gonna have the fire department come out.
Yeah.
Well, I was, because there's two different ones.
Wasn't there something about the exit doors for the reason why they couldn't give us a number?
Let's use the
Yeah,
bar.
right, starts out panic doors on this.
Still gotta get there,
Yes, that's what it was.
still gotta get there. Get over.
Ben's gonna do it all.
That's over there. Panic bars where you have there too. You have to change the doors.
There's a way you can lock the door open, you don't have to have a panic on it.
Is that right?
As long as it can be pushed on and easily open. Okay.
Dan, go down.
Go ahead.
This is Will Kern. Since nobody else wants to introduce themselves, I think it might be a good idea if we start doing that, so that way we can understand who's making these ridiculous comments over here, you know? Since you're talking Licking Township and Dave Millett, do you realize Licking Township is working on a tree trimming plan with Tim Lolo now? Might not be a bad idea for you guys to come up with something that they're doing now because of the past tree trimming issues we've had with actually contracts going out, never coming in front of the board, stuff like that. But they are actually working on a tree trimming policy. It kind of defines as to who gets the wood, how the wood's taken care of, stuff like that, and you know who pays, depending on where the tree is located and whatnot. He just brought that up at the last meeting. I thought I'd ask Trustee Van Buren about what happened to the roller. I don't seem to remember anything happening with that roller. You bought a roller about 7 years ago that you felt was a good deal. I seem to remember that it wasn't a good deal anymore because nobody wanted to use it, so we said we were going to advertise and get rid of it. And then somehow it got lost in the shuffle, but we bought a new roller. And I don't remember ever hearing anything about the old roller. Whatever happened to that old
It's
roller?
still out there.
Well, I thought we were going to advertise that 6 months ago.
We never
We
received
did,
it.
we didn't receive any bids on it.
It was advertised? Really?
I'm pretty sure we
I never
advertised.
saw it.
Never saw it advertised.
That's why I was asking. I never
I'll
saw it
check back, but
advertised.
I'm pretty sure I advertised it, and we just didn't get any response on it.
So what's the plan? If
We
we
could
did, I
hold
mean,
it-
can you find out when that was, because I was
I'll
looking
double
for
We
it.
could hold it in for scrap
Well, I know that.
and got more out of it when scrap was up.
I know that. But that's what I'm trying to backtrack as to what actually, where's it at, what
Nothing. It's
happened.
still out.
I never saw an ad. I never knew what happened.
I don't.
So it's still there, and we don't know when it was advertised for sure, but the plan is, even if it was advertised, to just, what?
Well,
Nothing happened.
we'll end up getting rid of it, scrapping it or something. It was,
I just never saw it, you know.
we just haven't done anything with it yet.
Okay, now, anything heard back from Tim Lolo about the question, about the right-of-way issues with
I figured you was in there all the time, Jeff's your sidekick, he could have found out. I mean, you're.
We said you were gonna talk to him, that's
You're
what
in
I'm
there,
asking.
you're in the whole time, I just figured it's better if you hear from him yourself.
So you never talked to him?
Last of us left, you said you would.
I was gonna talk to him, but Will's in there all the time, so let Will ask him.
Okay.
So you're not gonna discuss it with Lola then?
No.
Go ahead.
That roller deal, Jack Hedges, that roller deal. If you remember, they said right up when we talked about selling that thing, when the junk was run way over $1,000. Jeff declined to even advertise or nothing, then they wanted to advertise it, he didn't get the bids on it.
You're inaccurate on that statement, sir.
I don't remember that.
You don't remember what you don't want to remember.
This is
You're
Mr. Jack Hedges, our road superintendent, discussing what now? You're saying what?
What we done
What's your
with the road.
point? What is your point?
Why you don't sell it?
What is your point? Your point, I was at the meeting, he didn't object to it being
Yes, he
sold.
did.
Matter of fact, he wanted it sold before we bought a new one.
We wanted to
That's the
make-
fact. He wanted it sold before the new one. That's a fact. What you're saying, Mr. Hedges, is completely inaccurate.
No, it's not. We wanted
Well,
to take it to
That's
public.
enough.
It's
It
inaccurate.
wasn't, Dan,
It's
it's
false.
junk.
It's sitting out there, it's not eating any hay, it's not costing us a dime. When price goes up for scrap, we'll scrap it.
So your point is to
We gotta
wait till the
get by
scrap
on
price
the
goes
new-
up, to leave it sit?
We'll get rid of it.
I mean, that's what he's saying.
It's not hurting a thing, sitting where it's
I
at.
didn't say it was. I'm just
Okay,
saying I
okay.
wanted to go back and find out what happened
Well,
to the
we-
roller that we never,
We tried to sell it.
We're trying to tell you
and
it's
we didn't
still
get
out
bids.
there and we haven't done nothing to that. Okay, let's move on.
May I ask a quick question? Vicky Fogarty. Will brought up trees, and it made me think of a tree that's down the road from me, kind of on that curve as you go down from my house, that used to be like a V. This one half rotted off, fell down a long time ago. The other one's just kind of leaning towards the road, and every time the wind blows, and I'm worried about it falling on someone. Is there anything that the township can do with that? I mean, it's right on the edge of the road. I don't know what the right-of-way business is or what can be done. I mean, I don't know that the property owner wants it gone, but I think it's hazardous.
Just have to see what the.
I move to put on the agenda to, work on a tree removing plan for the township.
Well, just sometime when
Yeah,
someone's
check it
out
out.
there,
How
if
big a
you're
tree
going
is it?
down there, it's a pretty
Big one?
good sized tree. And the one, like I said, the one side rotted out a long time ago and fell down, but that was towards their property. This is, when you're coming down the hill, just watch for a tree that's kind of leaning towards the road and it's all kind of heavy on that side. And I don't know if it's, anything that can be dealt with on, your behalf, or I just don't want to get rid